well. Peter Gross went after him on an entirely different matter. Peter talked of tigers, blue on blue, and a nemesis named Ballard.
Early in the season, Mr. Ballard and I discussed it, and I went before the governors with him, and we requested that he be given approval to have an exception from the rule with respect to his home jerseys, and that he'd put it on the road. And we had a little debate as to when that was to take place, but he's complied.
He certainly seemed reluctant about doing that. Why was he allowed to keep the names off for the home games?
He represented to the owners that he had a contract provision which would come in conflict, and he'd be in breach of a contract.
The 4 tigers that Mr. Ballard has painted on his garden's ice, what is the NHL's reaction to that?
Don't have a reaction. People have put things on the ice before. I've discussed it with Mr. Ballard. With respect to the ice, we're not going to take any action on that.
But you were upset by the tiger that was painted on the boards.
Upset is not a word that I would use. We discussed the tiger being on the board because there is a rule that suggests, or the rule says, that there shouldn't be anything on the board. Harold wanted to bring to the attention of the owners and the league that we ought to consider the question again as to whether or not we should permit advertising on our boards. And he and I talked about it, and we'll put that on the agenda for our June meeting to have a discussion on it.
Do you ever suspect that Mr. Ballard gets a kick out of challenging your authority?
I'm sure that he does. But that's up to Mr. Ballard.
Jake Gador has a tampering charge to deal with. Ralph Sazier of the Tiger Cats has filed a charge against the Argonauts. The Hamilton people figure